Hey everybody, it's Urban Libertarian here, back again. I know it's been a while. So Mueller had his speech today, and it was just ridiculous. You know, he should have known that everything in there in the Steele dossier that predicated his whole quote unquote investigation was bogus and BS, and that's all coming out. And just the media just doesn't like talking about it. So here was just, I don't know, one last parting shot for him to come out, and it was pretty unprecedented because you're not found innocent in this country. You're found guilty, and if you're not guilty, there's no in between. If there's not enough evidence to convict, or to at least in this case, suggest prosecution or charges, I guess it would be, is what they do. That's what prosecutors do. They put down charges. Then you're innocent. And the media is going with this and saying, well, he said there wasn't enough evidence. Well, then obviously, yeah, then you're innocent. But that's not what I'm going to get into. I'm going to get into just another study of the media not doing its job and setting up this total BS landmine for poor Sarah Sanders here. And I'm going to go over it and just do some funny observations and just really look at the psychology of it all. Just look at how it's a total attack and just stupid ass questions. These people, I don't know how they do it. I mean, their paychecks must be huge. Here we go.
Pick up on Paula's question. When the Mueller report was initially released, what we heard from the White House was no collusion, no obstruction. What we're hearing from you today is no collusion, no conspiracy. Does the White House now acknowledge that the Mueller report didn't specifically say no obstruction?
Okay. So, I mean, here it is. Just a stupid, trappy type question, right? Oh, no collusion, no obstruction. But do you finally admit that the Mueller report doesn't say no obstruction? Well, I mean, there it is. Mueller, obviously, he's a Republican. Yeah, but look, you had Weissman on there. This guy was hiring. And they were all Democratic donors, nonetheless. Weissman, one of his head guys, was at Hillary's victory party and donated. I mean, could you imagine, right? If the next person, whoever runs against Trump, somehow wins, which they're not, right? And then, like Trump, a Trump loyalist, like, I don't know, somebody, like Rudy Giuliani is somehow now on the investigation to see if Trump's opponent was guilty of some kind of crime. They'd be freaking out. Come on. So it's ridiculous. So Bob Barr is the person who had to be left with it, and it was a trap that the I don't know, deep state or whatever laid out, right? So now that Barr has to make the decision, was there obstruction? Well, you can't obstruct a fake case. This whole thing is bullshit from the beginning. It's all bullshit, and I can prove it, and people just don't. You've seen it. I don't really have to get into the details, but there's so much evidence. That's why Bill Barr opened up an investigation. Duh. And it's all out on its face, and it's been going on for a long time. But watch this answer.
We have been very clear that the whole purpose of the Mueller investigation was to determine whether or not there was collusion. He determined there was no collusion. He further determined he didn't have enough information to make that decision. It goes to the Attorney General, and the Attorney General, along with the Deputy Attorney General, made that determination.
Rod Rosenstein is the Deputy Attorney General, by the way.
And confirmed there was no obstruction.
Why should people trust a political appointee, in this case Bill Barr?
You asshole. Why should people trust a political appointee, in this case Bill Barr? I don't know. Like, why should we trust all the ones before him and all the ones in the future? Because we have a constitutional republic, and that's how, like, our government works, dude. Otherwise, if it's a banana republic, you have to have some trust. Holy shit.
Over a nonpartisan member in Robert Mueller.
We're not asking you to. Robert
Mueller. Yeah. Him and Weissman and all those Democrats, they're nonpartisan.
Mueller did 400 pages and laid it all out. And, well, the Attorney General made...
See, he's like, an obstruction. They always said, like, if Mueller left that out, I really don't know what else they'd have. They really don't have anything anyway.
his decision based on Mueller's information. Everybody keeps forgetting that. The entire decision about obstruction was based on Mueller's report, based on the information that he laid out. He couldn't make a determination. That means it goes to the next step in the process, and they confirmed that there was no obstruction. This is real simple, and we consider it to be
yeah, it's real fucking simple, people. It's not that hard. And then Mueller did that on purpose. Mueller's like you know, the when you watch wrestling, like WWE or WWF or whatever, and like the referees, they just look like they're all spaced out, like they just took like, you know, like 12 Xanax or something. They're just like, huh, what's happening? Like that's like the same thing. Like, just come on, it's such a joke. It's such a joke.
Was Mueller's statement today fair? Sarah, was Mueller's statement today fair?
This lady. Was Mueller's statements today fair? And she's gonna say it again, and then finally Sarah's gonna have to answer. Even this, you can see her face. She's like, "Oh, this girl's so annoying." What kind of question is that, lady? You're paid by, and I forget, she works for like CBS or one of the major news networks. Oh my goodness, this lady in her giant purse, right? But I digress. But what kind of question is that? Was it fair? So yeah, it was fair. Then she go, oh, she says it's fair. They agree. Even Sarah Sanders agrees Trump's guilty. He's a Russian agent, right? She says, no, it's not fair. They go, oh, Sarah Sanders says it's not fair. Dumbass fucking question. You get paid the big bucks to do that. You're just a propagandist.
Sarah, was Mueller's statement today fair? Was
Mueller's statement didn't say anything new. Go ahead.
Boom! And she's like, meh, you didn't take my bait. That's all it is. They're setting up. Look at it. It's total evidence. I'll point to this lady too. She's super annoyed. You know, the press used to like be the freedom of press, right? That's so like we could be informed citizens, so we could vote for the right types of people and legislation, right? Democratic Republic, not a democracy. But what these people are doing, and it's right in front of your eyes, but the thing is, this is the raw footage, right? When you see it all packaged up, Sarah Sanders is a dumbass. Oh, then you believe it. Trump's a orange Russian bot. It's believable to low IQ people, I guess. You know? But look how pissed off she is because she didn't take the bait. Because your question's fucking dumb. You really? Fuck.
Thank you. Two questions for you. You just laid out a vigorous defense of what this administration, you say, has been doing to prevent Russian interference, which is at the core of this whole thing in the first place.
Not just Russian interference.
Wait a second.
Wait
a second.
We heard? And the disrespect, rudeness of that reporter. I don't remember them talking to you know, I don't know, previous administrations' spokespeople. I don't even know if there ever was a spokeswoman or spokesperson. Trump might have been the first one to ever do that. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there. But of course he hates women, right? You know, but it's just so stupid. They're so rude to each other. I mean, to her. And then so Sarah snaps back and they don't like that. But watch this.
Heard any of that from President Trump himself?
Oh yeah, so she's saying, you guys have been saying there's no that Russia interfered. And even that whole thing, meddled, interfered. They didn't hack. They didn't fucking hack the election, dude. Look it up. Nobody hacked the election. What the fuck are you talking about? Russia did not get into the voting system and change the votes. That's bullshit. And even if you look, it was like $3,000 of Facebook ads. Read the Mueller report and read all the news reports and the leaks and shit. It's ridiculous. They didn't barely even do anything. And the Mueller report is evidence of Russian interference from the fact that the DNC and Hillary paid for the Steele dossier, right? Which was used to illegally open up warrants to spy on Americans, and they used Italy, England. I mean, it's a huge international scandal. And then all they can ask is, Sarah, is it fair? Is it fair? I mean, they're asking the wrong questions. They need to go bust balls over at all the alphabet agencies. I don't see them doing that. I mean, it's so ridiculous. And so they're just trying to say, oh, why hasn't Trump said anything about the Russian interference? Why hasn't he parroted these words that get into the public consciousness that we repeat long enough, everybody believes are true? How come he's not doing it? Which he has, and that's just a stupid question in itself because it's not true. It's just like a lie, a layer of propaganda and lies. It's so ridiculous. Watch.
He literally had his entire team that is working on this process
What
to a
about
press
from his
briefing
mouth,
where
from
they
the
walked
top, Sarah?
through
What about
those.
from him?
That's his staff. He instructed our team to go out and lay out what we're doing to protect from not just Russian interference, but any interference from
Why
any
is he
government
so
or
reluctant?
other.
Any interference, any government otherwise. Yeah, like Richard Steele, who's working with England, like all those foreign intel agencies illegally spying on Americans, having the Democratic Party starting the Steele dossier and using our alphabet agencies to like dictators. What do you? Yeah, hello, get the story. Fucking reporters.
Why is he the
Sarah.
one?
He isn't reluctant to say it. He said it a number of times that there was interference, and now we're taking steps on how we stop it.
That, I mean, how petty is that? That's your question. You have all this time to ask real hard-hitting questions or whatever. And Sarah, what about what's developing about your investigation into how Trump, how like the 2016 election was interfered with by the Democratic Party and foreign entities and the media's collusion? I mean, that's the real question. That's the real question. And they're coming with these like high school fucking newspaper questions. How come they didn't say anything? Teenagers. What a joke.
It from happening again. You guys constantly want to attack this president, but
Yeah.
the reason that we're in this mess in the first place is because the previous administration failed to do their job. We know
Oh,
that
she didn't like that. She didn't like that. That's what I liked. I liked her face. That's what I want to talk about. Look at her face. She did not like talking about how the previous administration, who was in control of the government when all this spying, remember Obama, no one's going to hack our elections. The thought that anybody's going to hack our election. Remember that? And that's, it's just so, this is what it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating because, remember Obama, like I just made the joke. He said, oh, our elections can't be hacked. That's ridiculous. Then now everybody's trying to make this bullshit claim that they were hacked. And then remember Hillary and the media, Trump, will you accept the outcome of this election? They haven't accepted the outcome of the election. Like, it's so true. They're so projecting. Trump's trying to use the security apparatus to spy on his political opponents and get revenge. That's what they did to Trump and the Americans and the Republicans and a lot of innocent people. I mean, come on. It's God, it's like textbook. But look at her face. I love her face. Meh.
there was interference. It didn't happen on our watch. It happened on theirs. And we're actually
give it to me
in the
again.
first place is because how we stop it from happening again. You guys constantly want to attack this president, but the reason that we're in this mess in the first place is because the previous administration failed to do their job. We know there was interference. It didn't happen on our watch. It happened on theirs, and we're actually cleaning up the mess and trying to make sure it doesn't happen.
Congressman Amash said he interpreted the report as back to Congress. What is
all
your
right.
response?
That's it. All right, guys. Let me know what you think. Hopefully it was insightful because I am speaking truth, and hopefully it was funny too. Thanks for watching.